All right, I think we're live.
Are we live backstage with Chris for another good, fun, hopefully recipe? If you guys are new to the channel, I am Chris, also known as Chris Cooking Nashville, here on the YouTubes. I'm a proper human diet chef and YouTuber and recipe creator and all of these sorts of things. My beautiful wife, Ash Taylor, is over there behind the camera moderating comments for us tonight. And she is a country artist. If you did not know, you should go to ashtaylor.com and you can hear all of the incredible stuff that she does with music. But we are doing another fantastic live cooking proper human diet recipe for you guys. So we're gonna have some fun. Honey, how you doing over there?
I am doing great. I'm so happy to be here.
Yeah.
I love stuffed peppers.
Yes.
So one of my favorite things, so
Yes.
I am excited about this.
This is going to be a fun recipe. If you guys saw the thumbnail, if you read the description, you probably have somewhat of an idea of what's going on. But one of the things that we used to absolutely love was sausage, peppers, and onions, like an Italian style kind of a thing. And we also used to love stuffed peppers. So I thought, well, what if we combined those two recipes into something completely different? And we did sort of a mishmash of a whole bunch of things. So I'll tell you about everything that I have in front of me here, but we're doing kind of some peppers and a sausage mixture. And I'll tell you how I've got all of those ready to go. And I'm making a little bit of an Alfredo sauce to go over top of it because it's kind of Italian. It's not really Italian, but we're kind of treating it like it is a little bit of Italian. I'm not using an Italian sausage, although you certainly could. So you can use whatever kind of sausage for this you want. But I just have like a beef sausage, and we're going to do some Alfredo, and we're going to make these stuffed peppers, and we're going to kind of do something really cool. So if you're the keto type, this is great. If you're carnivore, instead of using the peppers over here, and instead of the onions and stuff I have in here, you could take prosciutto, and you could put it in a muffin tin, and you could stick that in a 475-degree oven and bake it until it gets crispy and it turns into little cups, and you could make this mixture and throw that down in there and stick it back in there, bake it through till it's hot, pull it out of those muffin tins, and you could put the sauce over it, and you could do the carnivore version with none of the veggies. So yeah, it's gonna be a lot of fun.
It sounds awesome.
I think it's gonna be a good time.
Super good. Well, do you want to take a moment and just say hey to some folks real
Let's
quick?
see who's here.
Awesome. We got the beautiful Miss Janelle in the house.
Hello, Janelle, rockstar moderator here at Chris Cooking Nashville.
Absolutely, the best of the best.
Yep.
Carrie is here.
Hello, Carrie.
We got Mr. Richard Williams.
Hello, neighbor in Copper Hill.
That's right. Dustin at Keto Simple is in the house.
What's up? The beard is in the house. What's going on, brother?
Yeah, he says, let's go. TGIT, Tuesday lineup.
Yep, absolutely.
Air Frying Auntie is here.
Hello, Shauna. How are you, Auntie?
Yes, another great moderator of ours. Let's see here. We also got Miss Lynn.
Hello, Lynn.
22Q Cat. She says, hey there, everyone. We also got, let's see here, Miss Evelyn.
Hello, Evelyn, my
She's-
sweet friend.
Oh, very sweet friend. Rockin' Keto Amy's in the house.
Hi, Amy.
Roberto is here.
Hello, Roberto. How are you, sir?
He's our friend from Miami, Florida.
Yes.
He says, love the program and the music.
Well, thank you kindly.
Yeah, Carrie says CCN is jamming.
We're doing it. We're doing it.
We're doing it all the way. Dennis is here.
Hi, Dennis.
Rickwin96 says, good evening, everyone.
Hello, Rickwin.
Sherry Nevada Pup is here.
Hi, Sherry.
She says, good Tuesday evening, all. Lewis Stone is here.
Hello, Lewis, my friend, one of our private community members, amongst some of the other names we've already mentioned. But Lewis is very active in the group. He was sharing some really cool stuff, and we were just reading that earlier today. So if you guys did not know, we have a private community called The Band. We go in there, we support each other, we do all kinds of behind the scenes, extra content, a few extra recipes, all this kind of stuff. It is a huge, crazy, wonderful, supportive family. We would love for you guys to join us. It is linked in the description box for you down below. So please consider coming and joining the band because we have a blast over there. And we would love for you guys to come join us and just have support and have friends and have all kinds of wonderful resources for your proper human diet journey because we're all on it together.
Absolutely. Lewis says, howdy all y'all. This not having a job has its benefits. I get to see you live.
Yes, we're really glad you're here, Lewis.
Oh, that's awesome. That's
Yeah.
awesome. Purple Lovin' Nana is in the house.
Hi, Debbie.
We got Brian Fly Fisherman Dish.
Hey, Brian.
Let's see. Kitchen Witch is here.
Hello, Kitchen Witch.
Lots of people saying hello to each other. Mr. Barry Weems is in the house.
What's up, Brother Barry, our good over-the-road friend?
Oh, the best of the best. Barry Weems says, hello. Hope everyone is having a blessed evening.
Yes.
Well, right back at you, my friend. Stephen Stone is also here.
Hello, Stephen, another one of our members in the band, along with Barry Weems, actually.
Yes,
Yeah.
absolutely. Stephen Stone says, hello, Lewis, my brother from another mother.
That's right.
Let's see here. Air Frying Auntie says, hello, Chris and Ash, and Cameo by Mel, I'm sure.
Oh, yeah, she's around here somewhere. She's laying over there on the floor right now, being lazy, waiting to see if food's going to come her way.
That's all right. Jeffrey Cox says, hello, Chris, Ash, Mel, and all you wonderful PhD peeps.
Hello, Jeff, another one of our brothers in the band.
Yeah, he says, Tuesday night with beautiful souls, belly fed, fur balls nearby, and relaxing with hobby time. Hope all is well with everyone.
Gotta love it.
Yes, here's a name I always love to see run across the screen. Maritza Garza.
Hello, Maritza.
Haven't seen you in a while, my friend. Hope you're doing well.
Yeah.
She says, hi there, everyone. Let's see. Joanne is here.
Hi, Joanne.
She's watching from Canada.
Oh, very cool. You're a long way away from Nashville.
Yes.
Where are you guys all watching from? I love seeing how far we are reaching with these live streams. So throw it in the comments. Let us know where you're watching from.
Noelle Martinez is here.
Hello, Noelle, another one of our members, newer member actually in the band.
Yes, absolutely. She says, good evening, everyone.
Good to see you.
Kitchen Witch says, in quotations, when you're here, you are family.
Yes, absolutely.
Yes. Very, 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 very true.
Absolutely.
Viva Cristo Ray says, one of my favorites.
Yep, these are good things. I don't eat them very often anymore, doing the carnivore thing most of the time, but every now and then if I decide I want a little something, a little peppers might sneak into my diet here and there, so tonight they are.
That's awesome. Tammy is here. She says,
hi, Tammy.
Hello, and thanks for all you do.
Well, thank you for all you do, because we can't do this without you guys.
That's right. Mr. Sean Bradley is in the house.
Hello, Sean. How are you, my friend?
Yeah. And babe, I think we're pretty well good caught up here for a second if you want to go ahead and dive on in.
Well, here's what we got going on, guys. So I have green peppers over here. I took the top off. I hollowed them out, as you can probably see. And then I put those with the lid on them in a 375 degree oven, and they were in there for probably about 30 minutes, 35 minutes. And I par baked them so they're soft, but they're still holding up their shape. And I did that because this mixture, I don't want to have to over dry it out or bake it or do anything weird to it before the pepper would be totally cooked. I want it hot through, but I don't want to have to massively over bake it, because you have to remember, we're doing this low carb, so I'm not using rice. So since there's no rice, there's nothing to hold on. There's no starch in there to hold on to moisture. So I do not want this mixture of the sausage here to dry out. So this mixture is gonna go into those peppers. This mixture is made of, I got those like smoked beef sausages, you know, like the Polska kielbasa style, like the little half ring kind of sausages. And I just diced it up into little pieces. I cooked it slow, rendered the fat out, drained any of the extra liquid off of it. And then I put that in another bowl and I cooked up some onion, and I had just a couple of little grape tomatoes basically from a salad that I had made for Ash like, I don't know, 4 or 5 days ago, I guess. And so I took the rest of those tomatoes, I threw that in there with the onion and just kind of smashed them, stirred it around, so it's a tiny little bit of tomato flavor. And there's a few cloves of garlic that I grated up in there with a microplane. So cooked that in with the beef fat that had cooked out of that sausage, mixed that all together, and then I mixed in a little bit of cheese. It's totally optional, but I threw in just some shredded cheese. We had some like Mexican blend shredded cheese. So I threw in, I don't know, a good 2 handfuls, a handful, 2 handfuls, something like that. I didn't really look at it. It was just what was left in the bag. And I mixed that all together. And then the one thing that I did, because I want to add some flavor like this without adding more moisture, is I threw in about a tablespoon, maybe 2 tablespoons of butter powder. And I mixed that all through. So basically what we get is this thick mixture with those onions, a little bit of tomatoes, all of the sausage, and you can see it's kind of sticking together almost as if it had starch in there, because I don't have extra moisture. I have the moisture that's in the sausage we don't want to lose, but I don't have a bunch of extra moisture because, again, there's no rice to absorb that when it cooks. So that's why I used butter powder instead of something like actual melted butter. So I mixed that all together. That is down to room temperature. We're gonna fill up the peppers, and then I'm gonna make a little Alfredo sauce. We're gonna bake those peppers, pull them out, and put some Alfredo sauce over the top, because who doesn't love Alfredo? So I'm gonna go ahead and stuff the peppers really quickly so we don't run out of time, because these gotta go in the oven, and oven cooking takes a little longer. So we're gonna go ahead and get these peppers stuffed. And if you guys have questions, if you have things you'd like to talk about, drop it in the chat. Let us know where you're watching from. Say hello if you have, and if you're brand new to the channel, please tell us you're new and say hello, because we'd love to say hello to you. And we're gonna make some fantastic stuffed peppers here, done proper human diet style. And I have to say too, before I get going, I've never worn this shirt buttoned. I put it on, it was in the closet, I grabbed it, I put it on. I've worn it as an overshirt unbuttoned, but I've never worn it buttoned before, and I thought it was a good time to go ahead and button it up, come down here and wear it for a live stream. So here we are.
It's awesome. It's true, I've never seen you been able to button that shirt.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Y'all give Chris some rock on in the comments.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a big deal.
When we bought this shirt, there was no chance of me buttoning it. Like, it was not even going to be close. I bought it to wear as like an overshirt that would be unbuttoned on stage and that kind of stuff when we play shows. There was no chance of me buttoning it when we first got it. So
Times change, man. That's the thing.
times change, and so do waistlines if you're eating a proper human diet.
That's right. That's right. Well, hey, I'll just keep saying hey to folks and read some comments, some questions. So yeah. By the way, I have to say, I was sitting here thinking about the last time that I had stuffed pepper.
Been a long time.
Yes, a very long time. But you know, my mom used to make these for me when I was a kid.
Yeah.
All the time, like probably at least a couple times a month.
Yeah.
So I'm not saying that yours may be better, but they are definitely better for me.
Careful. Don't get me in trouble with your mom.
I don't know. I know. She'd probably watch. She's going to tune in and then we're going to all get in trouble. But hey, it's all good.
We love you, Linda, regardless.
Yeah. Love you regardless.
That's right.
Oh, speaking of family, my big brother, Mr. Brandon Box, is here.
Well, hey, big brother. How are you?
He says, good evening to us. Says, what's on the menu tonight on Chris Cook in Nashville? I miss y'all so much from Southern California.
Oh, we miss you too, big brother. These are proper human diet stuffed peppers. So very, very meat heavy. There's a little bit of veg in this. So, you know, like I said in the beginning of the video there, guys, if you missed it, you can roll it back. There's a way to do this carnivore, making the little crispy cups with the like pancetta, or you could even do bacon if you have enough bacon to do the same kind of a thing. It takes a little bit longer, but you could totally do that. But you can make yourself some meat cups if you want to put these in, or, you know, if you're like me and now and then you have a little bit of a flexible thing with your proper human diet spectrum and you decide to have a keto meal like I do every now and then, this is a great thing to do because it's mostly meat. I mean, this is like mostly sausage and some cheese that I am stuffing these peppers with, and I'm stuffing them full.
Sounds good. Purple of Anana says, hey, I'm in the band.
Yes.
We know you are.
Yes, you definitely are. Absolutely. One of our newer members as well.
Yes, we love having you in there too.
Yes, we very much love having Debbie in there. We love all of our band members. And, you know, honestly, sometimes, guys, I forget how many of you there are. and I forget who all is in there. And then I go in there to like post a recipe or post a picture or, you know, post about what I'm doing that day or whatever the case may be. And I go in there and I'm like, oh yeah, that's right. And I see all these names popping up and I'm like, man, I forgot that you joined last week or, you know, whatever. Like we just have so many people that pop in and it's like you just kind of lose track of who everybody is. So come over there, join the band, and make sure to say hello. And if you're a member of the band and you haven't done so yet, make sure you check your messages because I send a welcome message, to every single person that joins.
That's right. This is true.
Yep.
This is really cool. Cookie Carter says, hi, Chris.
Hi, Cookie.
Claudette from Barbados. We love your cooking. I try it sometimes. Delicioso.
Oh, well, thank you, Claudette. We appreciate that very much. I love your name, too.
Yes, very pretty. I love that.
Both your real name and your YouTube name. I love both of those.
Yeah. Barry Weems says, okay, Chris, you have me curious. In Southern-style stuffed peppers, they were made also with rice. So are you substituting that for something else?
Yeah, so good question. So I think we kind of talked about that probably by the time you had put that. I was already starting to probably get ready to say that. But basically cooking this sausage mixture down and having whatever veggies you do or don't decide to put in there. You know, I put in some tomato and onion. You don't have to put in anything. But I cooked all of that down soft and I just cooked the extra moisture off of it. And when you don't have a whole bunch of extra liquid that you have to deal with, the rice starts becoming very unnecessary. And then that's why I added that butter powder, because that butter powder absorbs just the last little bit of the moisture on the outside, and that's what's making this thick and making it stick together this way. So throw that butter powder in there. You could even put a little bit of whey protein powder in there. Be careful doing that too much because the butter powder is a little softer of a texture than whey protein, and you'll end up with a little bit grainier of a texture if you get too much whey in there. But you could use a little of it. It wouldn't be too big of a deal. But the butter powder is fantastic.
I love it. Kitchen Witch 1885 actually has a comment on that.
Yeah.
She says, I know it's overused, but rice cauliflower for texture because we are doing keto. So...
Absolutely. You could totally do that. Or what I personally would prefer, because I really don't like cauliflower rice, and I think my wife will agree that she doesn't either.
No.
I mean, listen, I like cauliflower. I don't really eat it anymore because cauliflower kind of messes with me. There are some veggies that I can get away with, like peppers, onions, no problem. There are others I do not do well. So broccoli, cauliflower, kale, Brussels sprouts, cabbage, these are no-goes for Christopher. It just does not make me feel good. So if you like the cauliflower rice, absolutely help yourself. If you are like us and you don't like cauliflower rice, but if you wanted something in there that had that rice texture, you could absolutely use my carnivore rice, which is made of egg whites. You guys can find that video on my channel, and you can make that, dry it out really good, and you could mix that into the sausage mixture. Throw that in there, no problem.
I actually bet that would be really good.
It probably would. I didn't want to take the time to do it tonight, but you could absolutely do that. So there's our stuffed peppers with the sausage mixture. Those go into the 375 degree oven. And we're going to bake those for, you know, probably like 20 to 30 minutes. I want to get them hot through. They don't necessarily have to be like super, super hot because I pre-baked the peppers. Makes it a lot easier so I don't have to worry about drying that mixture out in the center. While that is baking, I have just a little under a cup of, it's half water and half heavy cream, and then I have just under 8 ounces of fresh grated Parmesan cheese, and I have a little bit of sodium citrate, which if you guys watched my cheese sauce live stream from a couple, 3 weeks ago, you saw me use this before. Works fantastic. We're just gonna put this together and make a little Parmesan cheese sauce.
Yum, yum,
So
yum.
we'll bring that up to a gentle simmer. I will add the sodium citrate, dissolve it, and then I will add Parmesan cheese.
Awesome.
And we'll taste it for seasoning and all that later.
Sweet. Rockin' Keto Amy says, cheese is not optional, it's mandatory.
Yes. Listen, I love cheese. Now, I understand if you're one of those people who's trying to cut down on dairy, trying to lose weight, you're worried that the dairy is stalling out your weight loss. I totally get it, and sometimes it is for people. So that's cool, but if you can handle it, it's great in there, and if not, you can leave it out.
Yeah.
So
depends on what you're doing, what you're trying to do.
Yep.
We have our new friend, carnivore coach Lisa, in the house.
Hello, Lisa. Good to see you. We met Lisa the other day when we were doing the Dr. Kilt's podcast.
Yes.
While he was here in Nashville. What a blast that was. Can't wait for that to come out and share it with you guys. But we met Lisa because she was also going to be a guest on the podcast, and she was coming in.
It's so cool. We always love meeting new friends.
Yeah.
So she says, howdy, amazing couple. So sweet. Also, the legend himself, Mr. Chris Bear, is in the house.
Uh-oh, Chris Squared is happening. You guys are not even ready for this. Chris Bear is actually in the private community over there, by the way, in the band. Mr. Keto Chow and Salty, extraordinaire genius and engineer, science nerd himself.
He's just very smart, and he's funny.
Very smart.
And we love him. And
we
his
love
beautiful,
Chris.
beautiful wife, Miriam.
Chris, honestly, and he'll probably be like, oh no, I don't want to hear this. Chris is probably one of my best friends at this point.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
High praise here, Chris.
Yeah, I know. So he's just like one of my best buddies. I've got a handful of these best buddies from this whole keto carnivore world, and Chris is one of them. And I would be lost without these guys that just mean so much to us and just help keep me sane and help me stay on track and let me share stupid memes and jokes with them and let me text them and annoy them. All of these different things.
I love that. Chris says, hey, howdy. I'm going to be listening in while I mix up a bunch of Ninja Creamies.
Oh, that sounds good. I still got to get one of those for us because we would really like to have some ice cream making potential for the Keto Chow.
Oh, definitely.
We don't have it very often. Like, Keto Chow is not probably something we have daily. Not that you couldn't, we just don't. But if the things in Keto Chow work for you, it's a fantastic product. By the way, they are almost out of their fall flavors, and their fall flavors will not be back until this coming fall. So if you want fall flavors, use my link. It's in the description box for Keto Chow. Go over to Keto Chow and get yourself some of those fall flavors before they sell out, because once they're gone, it's going to be a while before they come back. So if you are into the fall flavors, you got to go get those right now because they will be gone very, very fast. And you don't want to miss out if you love them.
Yeah. So you're just adding that cheese and it looks like kind of just
Yep.
slowly.
I simmered the cream in the water. I added in the sodium citrate, and now I'm just adding the Parmesan a little at a time so that it just doesn't clump up on me, and I'm stirring that through, and then we're just going to cook it together until it's melted.
Awesome.
Turn it into a cheese sauce, and then I'll taste it and see if it needs, anything, salt or a little white pepper, or you never know what it might need, a little something. Yeah,
absolutely. This is so cool. Our new friend, Mr. Target Prime Rib.
Hello, Target Prime Rib.
Love the username. Now, I may be wrong, but I'm pretty sure I learned that his first name is Thomas.
Yes, I believe that was the truth.
I believe so too. So he says, I just want to say hello, Chris. I need to get some rest before going to work. I'm working between 10 to 6 a.m. And he says, thank you for answering my email.
Oh, you're very, very welcome. And we will definitely go check it out. We appreciate you, my friend. Go get some rest because those late night shifts like that can be a lot, I know.
Definitely. Cookie Carter has a wonderful question.
Yeah.
Says, can you suggest proper pots and pans for more healthy cooking?
Yes. So I have lots of thoughts I can offer on that. No matter what thought you offer, you're going to upset somebody because everyone has different opinions on this. So the best in terms of health is probably cast iron, because there are people that get freaked out about steel. There are people that get freaked out about aluminum. There are people that really freak out over the various kinds of non-stick. I have all of them, and I'm very careful with my non-stick. I get the kind that doesn't have the whatever that chemical is that everybody worries about. Like, I get the ones that don't have that, but I know a lot of people are still really worried about it. So if you're looking purely from a health standpoint, like, this is not going to have anything in it that could possibly be bad for me, cast iron is your best bet. Although I will tell you, there are people out there who say your iron levels are going to go too high cooking in cast iron, and they're going to tell you that's wrong too. So, the best thing you can do is probably cast iron, maybe stainless steel, and try to avoid aluminum as best you can. And if you use nonstick, which there are certain things nonstick is better than anything for, really be careful you're not heating it too high, not using anything metal in it, and you're just trying to really be careful with it so that you don't get a whole bunch of those chemicals cooked into your food. So as far as cast iron goes, Lodge Cast Iron has some of the best deals out there right now. So, and they work well. I'm sure there are companies that maybe make a higher quality cast iron. I don't know. It's the only ones I've ever used is Lodge, but if you take care of them, they'll last a lifetime.
Yeah, they're really, really nice.
Yeah, they do a great job.
I enjoy them. That's awesome. Marcy Nab cracks me up. She says, sitting quietly here on the sidelines, stalking from Delaware.
Well, we appreciate you being here, Marcy. Thank you for stalking.
Yes, thank you for stalking us. You're so kind. The sweet Miss Emily is here.
Hello, Emily.
She says, hey, friends, in and out. I'm the only adult in the house right now.
Oh,
Whoa,
goodness. We're going to be praying for you.
Yeah, Chris is always the only adult in our house.
That is not true. I've never been an adult in any house.
Really? Oh.
I have never been an adult in any... What do you mean, really? You're the one who's always telling me to act like I'm an adult.
That's fair. I feel like
I do things and you go, Christopher, how old are you?
You're not wrong. You're not wrong. I think out of all of us in the house, I think the dog is probably the only adult that's present.
Which really isn't saying much.
Right. Crow is here and says,
hello, Crow.
Looks great.
Yeah, I think this is going to be a real good one.
Ooh, let's see. I like this. I always like the taste test of the sauce. Very important. Putting some salt, putting some pepper. How are we feeling about that?
I think it's actually okay.
Good.
Just kind of how it is.
I like it.
Yeah.
Lynn has a good point here. She says, are you all remembering to vote for Chris every day? Vote.
Thank you so much, Lynn. Yeah, if you guys don't know, I entered the favorite chef competition and we got through the top 20, which is the first round. The next one is top 15, and Thursday is the end of voting for this round. You can go and vote every single day for free. You can buy votes. I'm not going to ask any of you to do that, but you can, if that's really on your heart to do it. It's an option there, but you can go and vote once for free every single day. And if all of you guys do me a favor and just go vote, it will make such a huge difference. We are trying to win this thing because the winner gets a feature in Taste of Home magazine, and they get to cook with Carla Hall, and there's involvement of other like Food Network level chefs and all this kind of stuff. It's really, really cool. Like, it's really amazing. And we're trying, very much trying, to win this because what an amazing way to get the proper human diet out there and teach more people about what the proper human diet is. That is mainstream attention on a completely new level. If we could win, that would be an absolutely incredible feat that has not been completed by anyone, to my knowledge, on that level in the keto and carnivore chef world. And it would be amazing for us to have that opportunity to share the proper human diet with people on that wide of a scale, mainstream media-wise. So the link is down below. You guys go check it out. Please vote if you are willing to do so. It would mean the world.
Yes, absolutely. And let's see here. Coach Lisa says that she's watching from Arizona while feeding the horses.
Well, very cool.
Amy also says, yes, I've been voting every day.
Thank you so much.
Yes. And Sean says, yep, Lynn, voting every day for Chris is my favorite chef.
Ah, well, I appreciate you guys so much.
Yeah.
That is the reason that in my group we're still in first place then.
That's right, because y'all are awesome.
Yep.
Super cool. Marcy says, yum, butter powder, especially in those CCN mashed potatoes.
Oh, yeah.
That's the way you do it.
That's good stuff right there.
Yeah. Lots of people at Baber congratulating you on slimming down a bit and being able to button up some shirts.
Yeah, well, thank you guys so much.
Yeah, Janelle says, I was going to comment on another buttoned up shirt. Congratulations.
Yes, thank you.
And Amy says, way to go, Chris. Slim and trim.
Well, I don't know if we're quite slim and trim yet, but we're working in that direction.
It's going down. We're trying. Yeah.
We're trying.
Noelle says, that's awesome, Chris. My husband is down 2 sizes too. Woohoo.
That's amazing.
That's
Rock
big,
on
y'all.
for him.
Good deal. I love that.
So great.
Hey, the one and only Mr. Victor, Southern Keto, is in the
Oh,
chat.
Southern Keto himself in the chat. Another one of the people you guys will find in the private community. He and Dustin from Keto Simple both have their own little personal spaces where they get to not just support you guys, but they get to share the things they are working on And it's a really cool thing. And I'm very glad to have Victor here and have him in the community as well.
Absolutely. Barry Weems says, rock on, Chris. Congratulations.
Thank you, Barry.
Slow and go. It's proof that if you just do the PhD, you will see results over time.
That's right. It's just, you just keep going. You just don't give up. You just have, as Dr. Barry and Nisha would say, vitamin P. Got to have that patience.
Yeah.
And you just keep it going.
Yeah. And Dustin at Keto Simple says, I'm making coffee, y'all.
Oh, there we go.
You're a brave man. I'd be wide awake if I drank coffee at this hour. I would not sleep a wink.
Yeah, I probably would too, but you know, it sure would taste good though.
I know. Especially, you know, Dustin has that beautiful Buc-ee's mug. He's got it going on.
Absolutely.
Cool. Let's see here. By the way, babe, do you want to, while we're thinking about it, talk about next Tuesday really quickly?
Yes. So guys, next Tuesday, Ash and I are going to the next installment of the live Q&A things that Dr. Barry and Amanda Decker are doing over in Dixon, Tennessee. We're going to be going there and supporting the work that they are doing with the clinic over there. And we're just going to be trying to hopefully take a group of people with us, but we're trying to support that and get the word out and just be there and you know, show support for Dr. Barry and Amanda Decker and Nisha and all the people that are involved in that. So next Tuesday we are going to be out of pocket, so we will not have a Backstage with Chris live stream. We will miss you terribly, but maybe if you stick around, we'll get some clips of all of the cool stuff that goes on over there with Dr. Barry. So
yes, that's going to be fun.
I think that would be really cool to share with you guys a little bit of what we do. So
yes, I have to say too, you know, we went to the last event. I believe they're doing these quarterly. So if y'all are in the Middle Tennessee area, or if you don't mind making a drive, definitely worth it. But
absolutely,
I love that they're doing just these free live events though for folks who can come and ask questions who maybe don't know what keto or carnivore is.
Yes,
I mean that's just so cool. I mean, we guys, open our eyes, look around. There's a lot of people that are really sick and could use it. So I just love that they do it, and I love getting to show up and support them, and they're just beautiful.
Absolutely. There are so many people who are sick and struggling and just don't know this information. And I think, you know, for those of us that are so involved in the community here, it's easy for us to forget sometimes. We may know all of this, and it may seem second nature. There are billions of people who don't know. That's a huge number of people who need this information and need help. So it's on us who already know to be kind, to be supportive, to be caring, and to be intentional about going out and sharing this information with all of these people who could really benefit from it. And if we don't take the time to do that, who will?
Yeah, and babe, some people may have already answered this question, but the sodium citrate, what exactly, just in case people are maybe new and haven't seen the other recipes, what exactly does that do, babe? Just to make sure.
The sodium citrate keeps the cheese from coagulating, so it just keeps the proteins from binding and coagulating, and it just helps the sauce be smoother and thicker and nicer.
Awesome.
So, yep, that's it. That's all it does.
It does make a difference though, because I know I've had it before, like with and without it. Yeah.
Yeah, it makes a huge difference.
Yes. Martha is here.
Hello.
Martha says, "Hey everyone, so glad I made it. Love stuffed peppers. This is awesome."
Too.
Yes. And Janelle wants to know, would cheese powder work too?
Yeah, you could probably use cheese powder. I think that would. Now that's going to have a much more intense flavor. So if you use the cheese powder, just prepare for a very, very cheesy experience, which is not a bad thing, but you just have to kind of know it and be ready for it. But as long as you're okay with that, sure.
Cool. I guess it's up to how much cheese is too much cheese.
Is there such a thing as too much cheese?
I'm not sure.
Aside from the concern of like, hey, if I get too much cheese, I feel like I'm not gonna, lose weight the way that I want to, or any of that kind of stuff. I don't really think there is such a thing as too much cheese. So
yeah.
Just my own thoughts there, but
no, totally. I also love this comment from Viva Cristo Ray. So when you were putting the little tops on the peppers and putting them in the oven, I wanted to say so bad how cute they were, and they say so cute with the tops. I know.
Yes.
I wanted to say it. It was so they're too cute.
I do what I can to make cute food.
Yes, and I'm sure it's tasty, although I have not tasted it yet, but it's cute.
Yes.
So you're using a strainer. Talk to us about this.
Yeah. So if you get a little bit of lumpiness in your cheese, because I probably should have used a little bit more of the sodium citrate, that's fine. I'm just gonna run it through a strainer, and that way I just take any of the, you see the little stringy bits that are hanging on there at the bottom? Just gonna take those out, no big deal.
Oh, okay.
Cooking on the fly.
Cooking live, guys,
Yep.
not edited.
That's what we do.
That's really cool, though. That's a cool trick. Martha says, eating dinner now, having a Polish sausage with Chris's hot dog buns.
That sounds really good.
It actually does sound really good.
I love Polish sausage.
Yes, and your hot dog buns are super tasty.
They are. They're very, very tasty.
Yes. Coach Lisa says, I love y'all. Well, we love you too.
You're very sweet. We love you too.
And Target Prime Rib says, Coach Lisa is awesome.
Yeah, absolutely.
We agree. Barry Weem says, come on, folks. We have 71 people watching and only 46 likes. Please hit that like button, y'all.
Uh-oh. Barry's going to get on you.
Barry's making sure we all toe the line.
That's right.
Yes. If you guys have not already, please go ahead and hit the thumbs up no matter where you're watching from. We stream this to a couple of different platforms, but go ahead, give us a thumbs up. It's free, it's low carb, but it does tell the algorithm that we are here making delicious food like stuffed peppers.
Absolutely.
And maybe some dad jokes too. And
there's always dad jokes to be had around here.
Yeah, it's coming. Dustin says, Carnivore Coach Lisa, I was supposed to be a guest on Dr. Kilt's podcast that day too, but family things came up and I had to cancel.
Yeah, I'm really sorry about that, man.
And we were so bummed. We were looking forward to seeing you, but you know what? Next time.
That's right.
That's what it is. Chris Bear says, I feel called out.
I love it.
Yes.
It wouldn't be Chris if I wasn't calling him out.
Well, I mean,
something.
That's it's brotherly love.
That's right. That's what we do.
Bruce says that I've always used Lodge cast iron too. Yeah.
I think it's really great stuff. And the thing is, it's very budget friendly. And that's kind of the thing. It's tough to drop, $500, $600, $700 on kitchenware just randomly. So, if you're like, man, I really want to upgrade and try to get some of this stuff and it's important to you and all that kind of thing, like, that's super cool. It's just, it's a little tough sometimes to swallow that massive price tag and try to go do like some really super high-end kitchenware. I mean, don't get me wrong, high-end kitchenware is great. I love high-end kitchenware. But it can be tough. It can be really expensive. Kitchen stuff is, I mean, if you get really good stuff and you take care of it, it'll last you years and years and years and years and years and years and years, and it'll be great. But you have to take care of it, and it can be a bit of a challenge. We'll put it that way. If you want to try to find that in the budget, sometimes.
No, totally. Upstate Keto Girl is in the house.
Well, hello.
And talking about cast iron, Carnivore Coach Lisa says, yes, Chris, totally agree. Love mine. 50 years old.
Yep, absolutely.
That's impressive.
And that's the thing, if you take care of it, it'll just last forever and ever and ever and ever. And that's, it's the whole thing. It's what we want to do. Yeah.
Rick Wynn, 96, says, I have my grandmother's cast iron skillets. Definitely my preferred way of cooking.
Very cool.
Yeah. And Risa's Cluttered Kitchen is here.
Hello, Risa.
She says, I bought a bag of sodium citrate from that last live that you used it. Haven't tried it yet.
Well, very cool. You got it ready to go, so that will definitely make a difference for you. Any of these cheese sauces, adding a little bit of sodium citrate, it just helps them hold together and not coagulate because it just affects the proteins in a different way, and it just helps a lot.
Yeah, it's a cool little trick for sure.
So, yeah.
This is so funny. We were talking about who's the adult. Bruce says, Chris, adult? Question mark. Yeah, no.
Definitely not.
Target Prime Rib says, I don't want to grow up. I'm a Toys R Us kid.
Yep. I'm right there with you.
Yep.
Right there with you.
Dustin at Keto Simple says, I'm not an adult at all. Well, see, at least we're all honest here.
That's right.
At least we all know. Lots of people, babe, by the way, are saying that they're voting for you still in the favorite chef conversation.
Appreciate that so much.
Yes, guys, it's so helpful. Y'all are so awesome. And it looks like Miss Janelle already dropped the link too, in case you guys need that.
Thank you so much, Janelle.
Oh, Stacy is here.
Hello, Stacy.
So she's saying hello from the ICU. Getting Ken settled in here after a long surgery. Prayers from our keto family will be much appreciated.
Yes, we are praying for Stacy and Ken had some pain and some things going on, had surgery, so we're praying for very fast healing and for peace and not having to deal with that pain. And we are thinking about you guys. We love you. We're praying for you. Let us know how everything goes.
Yes. And please keep us all updated. But yes, you guys definitely keep them in your prayers. So thank you for tuning in, though. Hopefully we can help you to try to be entertained a little bit while you're waiting in the hospital. We think we've all been there, and I know it can be a little lonely and a little boring. So
that's right.
Lots of waiting around. But yes, we love you, Stacy. Thank you for being here. Carrie says, I just voted, and it says that Chris is still first in his group.
Yeah, there we go. Let's keep it going, guys.
Yes.
So this round is top 15. So if you're in the top 15 at the end of this on Thursday, you progress to the next round. I don't know how many rounds there are. I don't know exactly what the next round is, but guys, just keep on voting and just keep on watching and share it with everyone you know. Just tell them, hey, go vote for this guy. We're just trying to help change the world. Just trying to change the world one plate at a time, guys. That's all we're trying to do here.
I love KC, the honesty, says, gah, I voted once, then totally forgot, but just voted.
I appreciate that. Yeah, guys, set a reminder in your phone to just go off every day, because every 24 hours it will let you vote again. So just set a reminder on your phone if you don't mind that it just goes ding ding, vote for Chris.
Awesome.
Would be very much appreciated.
I love it. And lots of people are saying that they're voting for you. Auntie says, back from groceries in time to hear coffee.
Yes.
We know that's Auntie's favorite thing.
Auntie's favorite in the world.
That's right. D. Lee is in the house.
Hi, D. Lee.
They say howdy.
Good to see you, my friend.
Yes. Dustin at Keto Simple says, I've thought about trying to make it down for that Q&A. The Dr. Berry Q&A. Yeah. That would be awesome, man. Let us know.
Well, if you're coming, let us know. I know a couple people who are going and I know a place you can get dinner.
Absolutely. Such a cool event. I know a guy that cooks real well.
Yep.
Is that what you're saying?
Yep.
Make Dustin some yummy food?
Yep, that's the one.
Well, there you go. D. Lee says, sounds delicious.
Yes, absolutely.
Caleb's Carnivore Quest is in the house.
Hello, Caleb. Good to see you, my friend.
He says, hi, I made it.
Good to see you, brother. Hope you're doing well.
Yes. And, of course, the sweet Miss Evelyn says, please remember Ken and Stacy in your prayers from Easy Peasy Keto.
Absolutely.
Ken is out of surgery about an hour ago. Thanks, friends.
Yes.
Oh, yes.
Yep, absolutely. We are praying that all is well, and we are praying that there's fast healing. And when Ken is feeling good enough, and he is alert enough after the surgery to know, make sure to remind him that this is not an excuse to just lay around and get waited on. He's going to have stuff he's got to do, so he's got to get better so he can jump back into this community.
Stop. That's not true. If y'all lived closer, I would send Chris over to cook dinner for you guys.
Yeah, I wish you guys were closer so we could help you out.
Yeah, absolutely. It's no fun. Janelle says, let's get some more thumbs up going. Please hit that like button.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Oh, and Sean Bradley says that Shell says hi. Hi, Shell.
Hello, Shell.
Hope you're doing well. I don't know if Austin is also there, but if he's there, hello to him as well. The whole Bradley crew.
Absolutely. The whole fam.
The whole family. We love the whole family. Target Prime Rib says, Chris, if you want, I can send you the same letter I sent to Kilts and some others of my origin story.
Yeah, that would be really cool. I'd love to read it.
Yeah.
Yeah, send me an email with it.
Do it. This is awesome. Julie in the Pines, which I
love that. Hello, Julie.
Love that name.
Yes, good to see you. It's been a while since I've seen your name pop up.
Yeah. Says, wow, my first CCN live. Woohoo.
Well, I'm really glad that you're here.
And she says, love you guys. Well, we love you too.
We love you too.
There's a lot of love here. A lot of love. That's so awesome. How them peppers looking, babe? Because
they're looking fantastic.
Oh,
we got probably.
Man.
We're gonna give them another 10 minutes.
Awesome. I have to say, they are already like smelling up the house.
Oh, they smell fantastic.
Yeah, as they've like cooked and they're starting to. Oh, they're smelling good.
They smell amazing.
Auntie says no such thing as too much cheese. Nope.
That's how I feel about it. You know.
Yeah. Rockin' Keto Amy says, while we are talking about cheese powders, do you know of a clean one?
It's hard to find, but the one that I have that I use is Hoosier Hill Farm, but they have several different kinds. So you have to make sure it is the premium cheddar, and you have to read the ingredient label on the back to make sure it's the right one, and double check to make sure they didn't change their formula, because as we all know from things like the Now egg white brand, all of that kind of stuff, that whole fiasco of them starting to add the sunflower lecithin into their egg white powder, and then it ruined it for a bunch of people. Like, that kind of stuff happens with companies all the time. So the one that I have is Hoosier Hill Farm Premium Cheddar, and there is nothing in it except the cheese cultures and the milk proteins and all that. There's no anti-caking agents, there's no added sugars, there's no added colors, there's none of that other than just the annatto, which is what they use to make orange cheese orange. That's the one that I'm using. Just make sure to read the ingredient list and make sure there is nothing back there other than like the cheese cultures and the whey powder and or like the whey protein elements. I mean, it's part of cheese, right? And the milk and the different things you expect to be in there. Salt. Annatto is it's a derivative of a seed, I believe, that they use to make it orange. Or you can get the white cheddar that doesn't have any of that if you prefer, but double check and make sure there's no anti-caking agents and MSGs and all the stuff that they like to sneak into stuff like that. So you just have to always read the label, which is annoying, but here we are. So
yeah,
but that's the one that I've got.
Unfortunately, though, I feel like it's honestly, in today's world and knowing what we all know now that we once did not, just good to read labels on things.
Absolutely. I read the label of every single thing that I buy, and if I keep buying the same thing over and over every so often, I just read the label again to make sure.
Yeah, because they do change.
They do.
Yeah, so I'm going to be
Companies will change and they'll start adding junk in to try to make it cheaper, and they will not tell you. So you just got to be careful.
Yeah. Caleb's Carnivore Quest says, looking good, Chris. I love the pants.
Thank you so much, my friend. I appreciate that.
Chris,
what would I do without my red pants?
I don't know, man. He rocks them, though. He really does. I feel like that's like your uniform.
That's right.
Is like the red pants.
Yeah,
it's a
pretty
thing.
much. Pretty much.
I could be wrong, but Kitchen Witch 1885 says I will be there. I'm assuming she's talking about maybe the Dr. Berry Q&A.
Either that or the meat stock, one of the two.
Either or.
Yeah, which one are you going to be at, Kitchen Witch? Let us know.
Either or, you're getting lots of hugs. So
that's right.
Just pre-warn yourself. We're huggers.
Yeah.
And lots of other people are actually saying that Hoosier Farms cheese powder is really great, and they use it too, and it's clean. So it's awesome.
That's the one. Tastes really good. It's clean.
Yeah. Marcy says, high-end cookware lasts a lifetime.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Absolutely.
And Sherry says that she's also using her grandmother's cast iron. It is probably over 100 years old.
Love it. Love it.
That's so crazy, guys. That's awesome.
Yep. If you take good care of it, it'll last forever.
Yeah, absolutely. Let's see here. Bruce says, I keep forgetting to vote. Sorry, guys.
It's all right.
We're not mad, Bruce.
It's all right.
We're all good,
That's all right. So here's how you make it up to me. Start voting now, and you put the reminder in your phone to do it every day, and you share that link with as many people as you think you can in whatever place you can share it, and tell them to go vote for me. Mm-hmm. All is forgiven. No problem.
There you go. We won't twist your arm.
Listen, you got to work hard to win things like this,
That's right. Stephen Stone says, personally, I subscribe to the Toby Keith philosophy of don't let the old man in.
I love it.
None of that adult nonsense. Yes, I agree. Michelle Day is here.
Hello, Michelle.
Says, good to see you without the hat. Looking good.
Well, thank you kindly. Yeah, I took a shower. My monthly bath day.
Monthly bath?
Yeah.
Well, let's be honest. It's like a quarterly every 3 months or so.
That's right. I need a haircut really bad, so it's getting floofy on me, guys.
The floof.
The floof is about to happen.
Yes. Rick96 says, we need smell-o-vision for your cooking, Chris.
I wish they could invent something like that. How cool would that be?
Oh, man, that would be amazing. It would be so good. And Dealey says, oh, the smell. Yeah, the smell in here, guys, is killing me. It's getting real good.
It's really, really great. Really
great. Yes. Auntie says, I probably should not buy cheese powder. I see myself sitting in a corner with a spoon, LOL.
Listen, if that's what it takes, go for it, Yeah. I'm not saying it's the right thing to do, but I'm not saying it's wrong either, so.
Yeah. So Stacy says, no, taking it easy when I'm your nurse. ICU was not on the plan. I haven't seen him yet. I got you on in the waiting room. Good for my emotional support. Well, good.
Good. I'm glad that you're able to have us out there in the waiting room with you. It kind of makes me feel like we're able to be there and support you a little bit. So
yes, exactly. Exactly. So feel loved and supported. Man, Stephen Stone has a great question.
Yeah.
Says, heading out on the road Thursday.
Okay.
What is the cleanest beef jerky out there for snacking on the road?
Probably the Tillamook. Tillamook. Tillamook has some really good clean jerky. The best thing is to make it yourself, which I actually have a video on the channel of how to do that. But barring that, I think Tillamook is probably one of the best that I've seen. You can get Chomps. Chomps are really clean. Chomps are really expensive, and I don't think they taste very good. For the amount of money you pay, I'm disappointed in the flavor. So if it was me, I'd be buying the Tillamook.
Yeah.
That's my own opinion, but maybe somebody else has a better option or a better suggestion they can drop in the chat.
Yeah, I guess it also kind of depends on like what part of the country you're traveling in.
Yeah.
Because sometimes like you can go in the middle of nowhere and find like really clean, like grass-fed beef jerky, like all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
And it may be really expensive, but it is really clean.
Yeah.
But other times it's
sometimes
like,
that's easier said than done.
Yeah.
Depending on where you
hey,
are.
you know what's not clean? Slim Jims.
Yeah, Slim Jim, Jack Links, a lot,
None of
Alberto, like a lot of those common like gas station jerkies that you see, a lot of those are terrible. Full of sugar, full of seed oils, full of junk. I mean, just not good. So
Yeah,
definitely avoid those.
Caleb's Carnivore Quest says Dr. B Q&A would be cool.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun to go. And honestly, the first time we went, the thing that Ash and I said is it's really cool to sit there in a room. I think there was about 20 or so people that were in that room that night.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
And it's really cool to see Dr. Barry, who has millions of subscribers and has all these people who show up to hear him speak most places, stand in front of a room of 20 people and just be Dr. Barry when he's not really getting anything out of it other than just helping people. Like, it's a really cool thing to sit and watch Dr. Barry just be Dr. Barry in a small setting like that and see how much he really cares about trying to help people. I think it's super cool.
Absolutely. Just another reason to really respect him and all that he and his wonderful wife Nisha do, for sure.
Absolutely.
Low Carb Spin is in the house.
Hello, Karen.
Karen says, hi all, giving you a thumbs up. Have to catch the replay.
Oh, we appreciate that. Thank you so much for being here.
Yes, absolutely. And Janelle sent the link for your great beef jerky recipe that you have.
Well, thank you so much, Janelle.
Yes.
Yeah, that's a fantastic recipe.
Yeah, if you can make it and take it with you like ahead of time, Chris's beef jerky clearly is super clean and it's very tasty.
Yeah, it's awesome. And you can customize it, make it taste however you like, keep it as clean as you want, like everything. It's nice for that, so.
That's really good. Okay, so those look amazing.
Yeah, they kind of look like little green pumpkins, don't they?
They do look like little green pumpkins. And you know how I feel about pumpkins.
Yep, I know.
I love pumpkins, guys.
My wife loves pumpkins.
I put pumpkins all over this house when the fall comes, and my husband just lets me. He just lets me do it.
Smart man.
Yep, just roll with it.
Keep the lady happy.
That's right. Target Prime Rib says, I bathe every year. Is that okay? I mean, sure.
If that works for you,
Yeah.
yeah, great.
I mean, I'm sure one day we'll have the honor of getting to meet you in person, and hopefully we run across you on bath day.
Yes,
But through a computer screen, we can't smell you. So
that's right.
Heck, man, bathe once a year if you want. We're
and
down.
You know what? No judgment, even if we do run into you and it's not bath day. It's all good.
Yeah, we probably didn't have a bath that day either.
All good.
Oh, man.
All right, guys, we're going to finish these up. So these have come out. They are beautiful. Absolutely gorgeous, hot, steamy. Juicy, cheesy.
I love this. Oh, you're gonna put the sauce on it. This is gonna be good.
Oh yeah. Can't ask for much better than this.
No, sir. No, sir. Love it. Man, that's going to be a lot of fat and a lot of protein.
That's right.
I know it's like, you know, a pepper, but it's like, man, there's so much meat in there.
Well,
and cheese.
there's a pepper, but honestly, it's not that much. And truthfully, you really only need one of these for dinner because it's just full of sausage. But because it's Chris Cooking Nashville, I don't do anything small, so I made two for each of us.
We also haven't eten today, so
that's very true.
It's our one and only little meal that we're having here. So
yeah, we have fasted all day up till now.
I literally, I think this might be the funniest thing, by the way, I've ever read. Auntie says, public service announcement. Don't pour your salty in your water bottle in front of a fan. It's got a great visual.
That's, Auntie, that's a really good point, and I'm glad you were the one to figure that out to make it for us. Oh,
man.
Auntie, I'm so sorry.
They should put that on the package. I don't know if Chris Bear is still listening, but
that's right.
Help Auntie out, man.
That's right. You need a warning on your package there, Chris.
Put a warning label, man. That's hilarious. So good. That is looking good. And the little tops, they're just too cute. Just too cute. Look at that.
And there we go.
They do. Can you take the top off of one, hun, just so we can see what it looks like?
It's mostly just cheesy on top now.
Oh, I love it. I love it, though.
So, but
they look so cute. They look amazing. I love it.
So I'm going to deliver these to the lady over here so she can...
Oh, well, thank you.
I have to get her a knife and a fork, but she'll give you guys a little taste test here, let you know what's going on.
Absolutely. This is so kind, by the way, of Bruce. Bruce says, got it, just voted, and I'll mention it in the chat on the Lionesses show.
Oh, well, appreciate that.
Bruce, thank you so much, my friend. You are just too kind.
Yeah, we appreciate that, brother.
Don't let Chris give you a hard time ever, okay? If he gets mean, you just tell me, and I'll get him in line for you. So, oh, guys, this is looking so good.
All right, there's the utensils for the lady. I'm coming back on screen now.
All right.
So these are probably going to be very, very hot, so please be careful. But she's going to dive in and she's going to let you guys know what they taste like.
Mucho caliente. Oh, yeah, they're definitely super hot. Maybe you'll let that cool for a second.
Yeah.
I will say, though, they're really well cooked. I like how the pepper just kind of...
It's nice and soft.
Yeah, like it's nice and soft, but it holds. Let me see here.
Yeah, I find that somewhere in the range of 50 to 70 minutes on peppers makes them nice and soft and tasty.
Oh my God. Are you serious?
Yeah, those are good.
Oh man. Oh, you all gotta go make these.
Yeah.
This is, oh, that is so good. My little taste buds are happy right now.
Yes.
It's so good. The pepper, the green pepper is just like a nice like little holder.
Yeah.
It's not like overbearing, which I thought maybe might be.
Right.
I love the sausage in there.
Yeah.
And the cheese. It's very meaty. I don't miss the rice at all. Like when I was growing up and my mom would make these, I mean, honestly, they were kind of just packed full of rice.
Yeah. Well, it's kind of what stuffed peppers have generally been designed around, is the idea of using a lot to extend the meat and,
yeah. I think, isn't it kind of
thing.
technically almost like a poor man's dish? Because it's like...
Yeah, it's...
kind of filled with rice.
It's stretching your resource food. That's what it really is, so...
Yeah.
But yeah.
Man. Okay. I'm glad that this is hot because it definitely needs to cool before I can eat more because it's like piping hot.
Yeah. But it'll be ready for us as soon as we're off the live stream here. And
yes.
She's probably going to stand up on the chair next to the table and dive face first into the plate.
Probably so. I'm hungry, y'all.
Yeah.
Listen,
based on the look on her face over there when she took a bite.
Girls gotta eat. If you watch this channel, you see me taste test food. I have no fear. I enjoy the food. Just really quick though, why don't we go ahead and get caught up on comments then?
Yep, let's do it.
And then we can have dinner, and then we can go watch
Mr. Dustin and all
Keto
Simple will be going live after we do. You guys make sure after we're done to go over and check him out.
That's right. Support your friends. D. Lee says, I saw that you both sat down with Dr. Kiltz. I love Dr. Kiltz.
Yeah.
He is awesome. I look forward to seeing/hearing that podcast.
Yes.
Thank you.
What a sweet man.
Very, very
sweet
man.
Just a sweet guy. It was very good to get to spend some time like in person with him.
Yes. Oh, for sure. No, they are awesome.
Yeah.
Super awesome.
I got to be on his 5 a.m. live stream on his channel for a live stream already, and that was a blast anyway. But then when we actually got to meet him in person, it was just better than that. So
yeah,
we had a good time.
Yes. Some people are saying, who needs rice in your peppers if you can have meat?
Yep. Absolutely.
Noelle says, as soon as I am off my fast, I will definitely be making these.
Yeah, and you can do this with ground beef, with ground pork, with ground Italian sausage, with like whole Italian sausage cooked and cut up into pieces. You could do it with beef sausage like I did. You could do Polska kielbasa. You could do andouille and do like a Cajun vibe with Cajun seasoning. I mean, you can use any sausage you want. Mm-hmm. So
yeah,
it's going to take, for 4 peppers, it's going to take probably around 2 pounds of meat.
Yeah. D. Lee says these are beautiful Auntie says, oh, saucy.
Yes.
I love stuffed peppers. OMG, they look great.
Yeah, I think they're going to be good.
So good. Dustin at Keto Simple says, oh, it would be cool to make something like this with stuffed onions.
Yep, absolutely. You could totally do it with onions.
Yeah. Miss Iris says, looks like a special Easter dish. Mm-hmm. And Julian Lapine says, wow, they're so cute. Mm-hmm. They are. Mm. And Emily says the cutest food. It's so cute.
This would be a lot of fun if you get the orange ones. Mm-hmm. Get the orange peppers, and you could do this around Halloween.
Oh, totally, yeah.
Make them look like little orange pumpkins. That'd be cool.
Yes. Easy Peasy Keto Stacy wants to know, do you deliver?
If I can keep it hot long enough.
Yeah, exactly. Honey, people are just saying how incredible they look, and they do. They taste incredible. They look incredible. They smell incredible. Such a good dish.
Absolutely.
Sherry also says those are totally my kind of food.
Yeah. I'll tell you what else would be really good. You could totally put together with this, if you like seafood, you could do a seafood mix of like shrimp and fish, lobster, crab. I mean, depending on what you have or what you can afford, like any kind of seafood that you like, oysters. I mean, you could cook any of that kind of stuff and you could put them in here. Or honestly, because a lot of that seafood cooks so fast on its own, you could put it into the peppers probably raw. And like, don't pre-bake the peppers. You could probably put the seafood in there and you could probably bake it all together with that seafood raw and just bake it until all that seafood is cooked.
Yeah, no,
so
that would actually be really good.
Lots of different ways you could maybe do it, but it'd be easier to cook the seafood ahead of time, but you just got to be careful that you don't overcook it doing it that way. But you can do like a little seafood one or all kinds of stuff.
Yeah. Dustin at Keto Simple says, I love Tuesday Night Community for the win. And then he gave you a $5 super chat.
Oh, well, thank you, Dustin. You're so sweet, my friend.
Because he's just the sweetest, the best. Chris Beer says, putting rice and stuffed peppers is certainly not something I've ever seen. Probably an okra thing. Welcome to the South. We do things a little different.
That's right. That's right. Stuffed peppers filled with rice. And it's usually like a 50% rice, 50% meat, or sometimes maybe more rice than meat, depending on what you have access to. It's that kind of a thing. So they stuff it full and put like tomato sauce and all kinds of stuff through it.
Rick Wynn actually has a point here, and I love this because it's true. I grew up in a really poor family with 4 brothers, plus me, a lot of growing teenage boys. Yeah. And they said it's more of a way to extend the protein and fill up everyone. You add the rice and the stuff to it just to...
Most of those grain-heavy recipes like that come from families that had very little and had to make do with what they have. So really good cooks often are the people that had very cheap stuff to work with. Cheap cuts of meat, lots of greens. That's why there's so many things out there for like bread and pasta and rice and all these things that are such great tasting dishes, because for a couple thousand years people have been trying to figure out how to make that stuff taste good when it's all they had. So I'm just trying to do the same thing now with carnivore ingredients. Let's figure out how to make carnivore ingredients do all those things we're now used to. So
that's right.
That's what we're trying to do. Or keto ingredients, either one. Doesn't matter.
Proper human diet
Proper human diet food.
Yeah. D. says, I wish I lived with you guys. Like, no, really. That's funny.
You're very kind.
Karen wants to know, can these be frozen?
Yeah, I don't see why not. What I would do is I would par bake them. I'd put the meat inside, and then I would stick them in the freezer that way. When it's time to bake them, pull them out. Ideally, you would thaw them overnight in the fridge, or if you can't, put them in like a 250-degree oven and bake them until they are nice and hot all the way through. And then when they're starting to get warm through, then crank it up to 375 or even 425 just for 10 minutes or so to start kind of putting that final browning on them, on just little bits around the edge. You'll see it starting to brown slightly.
Cool.
So
I just dumped another bite. Delicious, y'all. Just delicious.
Yeah.
One last question, babe, and then we're going to head on out. But Noelle has a great question. What is a super chat?
A super chat is basically, it's a YouTube thing. If you like to support the channel, and if you have, especially if you have a comment or a question that you really, really want highlighted, you can send a couple of bucks, $5. There's different levels on there. You can send money along with that chat, and what it does is it puts it at the top of the chat on our side so Ash can see it before she sees all of the others. So it kind of highlights your chat as a way for you to support the channel and get like a question answered or something like that. And when you get, especially if you're Dr. Barry, you have the chat going on with thousands of comments going on, he never sees things unless someone super chats it, not because he you know, is trying to make it that way. He just has too many comments to get to. So when people do super chats over there, it helps them, you know, get their question answered or whatever, and it supports the work that he does, which I think it's cool to support the creators that you value. And so the super chat is just an option down there by the chat thing. There's a little dollar sign that kind of looks like a dollar bill. You can click on that, you pick your level of chat, and you write in your message, and then you send it. So you have to make sure you write it in before you send, because one of the things that people do sometimes is they pick it and then they hit like the enter or the send or whatever it is before they've written anything, and it sends a super chat with no text. So don't do that. You have to write in your question, then pick your level of super chat, and then hit send. So.
Yes.
But we appreciate super chats very much, because it's how we help afford to keep doing this for you guys. So it's not in any way required, but we do appreciate it very much.
It helps pay for like ingredients and stuff like that.
Yep.
So. Also, Emily would like to say congratulations to you for hitting 127,000 subscribers.
Yes, thank you. I never imagined that we would be where we are right now, but here we are. We appreciate that very, very much. It's all thanks to you guys. So like, subscribe, share, tell your friends, send this out to people who need proper human diet food, and show them that it doesn't have to be boring, that you can do amazing food just like this. Tell them to come subscribe and like and share and all that stuff too.
Absolutely. On the last note, Emily says also, and as Roger the Alien said, farm to table, plate to face. And I've already been sneaking bites. I would like to put my face in this plate, because these are the bomb, y'all. Y'all seriously got to make these.
She's over there eating while I'm talking. I think she wants me to continue waxing on poetic. Because the more I talk, the more she can eat before she has to say something again.
But I also got to go watch my friend Dustin's live stream.
That's right.
So we'll call it quits.
Yep.
But, babe, anything else that you'd like to say before we head on out?
You guys make sure to go make this recipe. And honestly, it's not really a recipe. It's a technique. I'm just kind of eyeballing everything. That's why there's no specific written recipe for it. But you guys got it. So enjoy this one. Share it with people. Share the channel. Please go vote for the favorite chef competition. We can't do that without you guys, and we really appreciate your support. Don't forget the private community, the band that is linked in the description box. We'd love to see you guys over there. We have a great group. We're doing really cool stuff, and we'd love for you to join and get even more of that. On Saturday, we have a great recipe coming out.
Oh boy, do we.
And our friend Pastor Bob, who is also one of the people that is over there in the band and sharing his carnivore journey and his incredible story of losing 140 pounds, reversing type 2 diabetes, reversing his arthritis, healing from cancer and being cancer-free, like amazing things. He is sharing his insights on a carnivore diet and just the proper human diet in general. He's an amazing human being. He is our taste tester, and we did his favorite food, used to be his favorite food 40 years ago, and it is now once again his favorite food. We did a carnivore version of corn dogs. Corn dogs have been a big request on the channel for a long time, and they are coming on Saturday with Pastor Bob. So please, please, please get ready to tune in and make some corn dogs and enjoy, because Pastor Bob loved them, and I think you guys will too. So. So make sure to vote for me in the Favorite Chef competition. Come join the band. We'd love to see you in there. Watch the video on Saturday. Head over to Keto Simple for his live stream starting here in just a few minutes, and tell Dustin that we sent you and that you love him, because he deserves all the love. And just keep an eye out for other great things coming from Chris Cook in Nashville. So make sure to like, share, and subscribe while you're here. And we love every single one of you guys. Did I forget anything?
No, sir. I think you nailed it.
Okay. Well, thank you guys so much for being here. We appreciate every single one of you guys. This is Chris Cook in Nashville. My beautiful wife, Ash Taylor, is over there behind the camera. You guys eat your meat, maybe sometimes now some stuffed peppers. Love your life. We'll see you here in the kitchen for a bunch of crazy proper human diet recipes. And we're also going to see you over at Keto Simple for Dustin's live stream. So, guys, have a good night. We'll see you later.
Bye, everybody.